I'm Eric Serrano. I directed and came up with the concept for the South Side.
I'm Amru Yusuf. I'm an actor. I picked up on the show the South Side.
I'm Brad Powers. I'm a good friend of Eric's. He talked to me about this a while ago before he even thought about doing it, and he asked me to be a part of it, and I was more than happy to.
I wanted to do something years ago involving like family or a group of friends, like a reality show. And I was sitting in my business class. I had to be 2014. I was bored out of my mind. I literally just started writing a concept for a show. I was like, we're gonna call it the South Side. And it really just developed from there. And I started telling people about it, and everybody kind of gave their ideas. But I really was set on it being about a group of friends. And I'm glad it came to be that way. Brad and I have been friends for many years, and I just discussed it with him. We were like drinking one day, and I was like, I have an idea for this, and he was like, yeah, you should use my my butcher shop. And I was like, that'd be great. I was looking at you being on it, and he was like, yeah, sure, I'll do something with it. I don't even know if he realized like what extent like he would be one of the main stars on it. And Amru was a later addition to the show, but a very necessary one. He's fiery, he's fun. As far as the other guys, I would say Joe, he's kind of, I think he kind of brings the authenticity to the show. He brings something that the other guys just don't have, and it's just within him. He's very natural. And Mark he's the face, he's the star. So I knew it right away.
The beauty.
Yeah, we knew it could fit that way. And it's worked out well. To me, the South Side is about a group of friends who may or may not trust each other, and who are all kind of going through their motions of, some of them have problems with their girlfriends, some of them have court cases, many of them are in trouble, and you really just have to wait and see what happens. You can't trust anyone on the South Side. I think when people think of reality shows, they kind of think of, like the Real World Jersey Shore type of thing. And this is a different way. This is a documentary show. I mean, these are their real names. It's essentially a very small part of who they are. We're just kind of really magnifying it. So, would these situations happen had it not been the show? Maybe not, but they're all put together for a reason. And it all kind of worked out that way. I don't know how you feel.
Like the life stories are pretty much there, you know what I mean?
Yeah, they're exact. They're pretty
the scenes where we're arguing and stuff like that, it's really we get into it. Like, after some of the scenes are over, we gotta kind of calm ourselves down because
there really is like a lot of animosity and tension between like the guys sometimes that the show doesn't even pick up on. That usually kind of falls onto my shoulders. I don't know why.
There's stuff that goes on behind the scenes, talking behind how somebody did or something like that. So
yeah, and I think like that's what people don't see. So like, why are they acting like this? Because it kind of like leads up to this when you don't see each other until you're actually on camera.
Right.
And it's fucking, World War III.
And when the cameras are gone, you get to like kind of hear what everyone says about each other, and it's like it starts to add up with like what's being filmed. You know what I mean?
Yeah. So it really is like life imitating art. It's great. In my opinion, I think Chicago is shown in such a light in the media and on the news, where as if I didn't live here, I would think it was a certain way. And for me, I'm showing that this is what life is like for these people. I'm not speaking for everyone. This is what their life is like. This is this group of friends. And this is what we go through on a daily basis, and how we handle our relationships and our drama, pretty much.
The goal really of the show is get people hooked on it and wanting more. And we're trying to do scenes and portray real life events that maybe people could relate to, and just build a following from it.
I get that all the time. I don't know. I became friends with Leah DeSimone from My Wives back in 2012. Kind of like we met on Twitter, and we were just kind of messaging each other, and I went to one of her interviews that she was doing for the show, And I kept in contact with her ever since. Like, we would say, happy birthday and stuff. And so I asked her one day, I was like, now, would you be willing to do the show? And she said yes. It was for the first episode. And she canceled the day of.
Oh, wow.
And so we ended up filming with her 2 months later. But it was amazing. And she was really, really fantastic. That was probably the most tense scene we could have got. And we kept her there
And that was
for
one of the
hours.
best ones. With
That's
like,
easily my favorite.
It looked so good, and like the music and the lighting.
The way
you
she
know
did
what
the
I mean?
cigarette, I like that.
You know, I've really dreamed about this since I was very, very young. And I didn't really realize like how much responsibility would be on my back. I have to oversee everything, whether it's a script, meetings, like when people are supposed to be here, and it's not easy. It's not easy at all, but I wouldn't trade it for anything, and I think I'm really the only man for the job. I don't think anybody else can handle it, because these guys are fucking crazy.
Even during shooting, I get a little nervous sometimes, because I'd be like, well, you know, we're all new to this, but like I knew Eric had a lot of like experience, you know, from school and just like, you know, watching these things and keeping up with other shows, and he knows what to expect, so I'd constantly ask him like, you know, do you want me to do this a little differently? Because I could see he'd get a little nervous sometimes, like the first day of shooting, because it was the first day.
Oh,
But he'd be
God.
like, no, it's good, or like change little things, but you know, I just want to do the best for him, basically.
He makes you feel comfortable, though. He
Yeah.
makes you feel comfortable. I remember definitely my first time shooting. Man, I told him I needed a bottle of Hennessy before the
Oh my
before the shoot started.
Oh.
To relax my nerves, you know.
He went to the liquor store, and I literally thought that he wasn't gonna come back because he was like, "Fuck it, I can't do this." He came back, and he did really well. And like Brad like really knows how I am. Like if I'm like nervous or like if I'm upset, Brad could definitely tell me. Like he calms me down. The future, to be honest, right now we do have episode 3 filmed, but some things are up in the air. That's all I can say, but we definitely, I would like to continue doing episodes 4, 5, 6, and beyond. If it was up to me, but some things are up in the air.
Well, my role is so similar to me on my everyday life that when I get into it, I just sink into it, and it comes out natural to me. But I feel like from this role, I'm seeing the different side of me in terms of acting, and I'm becoming better as I go through it, you know. And Eric at the same time, like he'll be in the background telling me what to do or do a little bit more of this or that, and he gives me a lot of freedom to kind of write my own way while I'm doing it too. So we had some good scenes. It's episode 3 for sure. Episode 3. That's gonna be a. You haven't seen me yet. I haven't been in episode 1 and 2. You know.
He's
Oh,
loud
okay.
and unfiltered, and he'll say anything to anyone. You don't care.
Yeah.
So yeah, he's gonna cause a lot of issues. I feel like.
Entertainment.
The first day of shooting, like I said, it was like a whole new experience for everybody. It was fun to be able to bring the whole crew into like my family's business, you know what I mean? Just to like have everyone experience it at once, you know what I mean? So that was really special to me. But every time we shoot, you know, it's special. Like it's fun, it's something new. You know, you don't know what to expect, you don't know what people are gonna think. So it's real exciting every time, you know, we show up to shoot. So there hasn't been like a specific, you know, real moment that like set aside itself from everything else, but just everything is
It's
great.
still new. It's still new.
Yeah.
There's still a lot to come. But for me, my favorite.
That was
I wish I was there for that.
That was, you know, honestly, like when I'm doing this, I'm working 11, 12, 13-hour days when we're filming. And I'll be so exhausted at the end of the day. And when we have to film 2 days in a row, I'll be like, I think to myself, like, I can't do this. Like, I really can't. And then when I get home and I'm in bed and I'm like, fuck, I wish I was doing it again.
Right.
You know, like, you work so hard. Every day is really special. But my favorite scene is, like, when we get to film with all the guys. That's probably the most fun because, I mean, everybody's kind of, like, sharing that experience. I really like episode 2, like, when they're, when we're all in the bar and I actually had some really close friends there and stuff.
That
And,
was fun.
that was really, really fun. I think that when we get to drink, it's usually a good time.
All right.
Real shady. I'm gonna tell you that right now.
You're gonna be shady?
Yeah, I expect my character to be real shady and a bad guy, man. A bad guy. Look at me to be a villain in this show.
Oh man.
It's hard to say with me because like my character is so real to the person I actually am. You know what I mean? I like to make everybody happy, and I don't like to have, you know, drama with people. And like, if I do, you know, I'll just kind of brush it off because, you know, I don't like getting into that most of the time. You know what I mean? So I kind of like to stay cool with everyone, and that's how, you know, it got written out. You know, because Eric knows how I am, and that's like one of the conflicts on the show right now with Mike and Mark is, you know, we were all friends, but now it's kind of like everyone's starting to go their separate ways, and they're trying to pretty much play tug of war with me. So I mean, there's no saying where I'll go. Who knows? It might make a turn, and who knows what. That kind of really relates to how I actually am. You know what I mean? Because I'm the kind of person that doesn't like to jump into things too fast, even though we've been together for a long time. It's been a little over 4 years now, but I'm not the kind of person like that just wants to like move in right away, you know, try to have kids right away. Like, I want to be smart, you know what I mean? Because I've worked in retail and I've met older people and heard like what they've went through and, you know, get divorced and like, you know what I mean? I want to be financially stable, you know what I mean? Have my own place. And I just don't want to screw myself for the future, basically. You know
I think
what
Paige is gonna do what she wants to do.
Yeah.
As far as his character goes, I think he's a sniper. To me, I think he's waiting. He's watching from the background right now to see kind of how he's playing. Yeah, he knows what he's doing. He doesn't want to show his card just yet. He plays it very close to the vest. As to where somebody like Joe is constantly showing his hand to everyone. No, there's just some kind of energy. I think they're all so different, but when they get together, I mean, these guys really know how to light a room on fire.
We feed off each other. That's why I think the most important thing is like we want somebody to do his part, and then we want to do his part and even better on our part when it's our turn. So then it just comes out when it's all comes together. It comes out really good.
Yeah, everybody puts in their like 100%. They put in their all, like especially when they're all together. Everybody's just trying to do their best, and it shows. It really shows. So I'm like Beyonce, just drop them when I think it's ready. We are going to do the third episode in less than a month. I just want to say thank you to everybody who's watched. Thank you to the cast who's been fantastic. Mark, Joe, Amru, Brad, Paige, Leah, everyone. They've been really, really great.
Awesome. I want to thank you for giving us this interview. I want to thank the fans for watching our show, and I want to say look forward to more because more is coming and it's going to be better than what you've seen already.
A lot of people are waiting to see Amru, I feel like.
Yeah.
There's like a lot of people like that know him and they're ready for it. And the Southside TV on Instagram. Follow us. And I want to thank Matt a lot. You were fantastic, and you're watching MaashBoard.
You are. And then Mash Media. Thanks for having us. We will hopefully have something actually.
We're gonna do like a talking bed.
Yeah.